Hi Leo, welcome to your love reading for April 2021, and this is a reading for Leo's Sun, Moon and Rising. But keep in mind that this is a general reading, so it might not resonate with all of you out there, and if it doesn't, feel free to check your other placements here in the channel as well. So Leo, this is a reading for your love life, but this is not necessarily a prediction. This is more of a catch-up and just checking in what are the energies surrounding your love life at the moment, both for singles but also for people who are already in a committed relationship, and things that you can work on. What can you either introduce in your life or learn how to leave behind in order to achieve a more fulfilling relationship? So Leo, I already have your cards here in the pre-shuffle and we can get started. Okay, we open up with the Three of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, and the High Priestess. Okay, so right off the bat, there is a contradiction going on here, or some internal struggle in a way, because the Three of Pentacles tells me that you do want to form a partnership. You do want to learn how to work together in a partnership. Either if you are single or if you are already with someone, there is this wish to be surrounded by people who will put on the same effort as you do. This is teamwork. This is balanced work as well. So this is not you being the only one putting up the work or the other person being the only one. This is true balance. Okay? But with the Five of Wands here, there is also a tendency to go for conflict. And I don't see this Five of Wands as something else or someone else. Of course, it might be manifesting in your life. Okay, this is an important message that I'm getting here. It might be manifesting in your life as an external struggle, as someone else having conflict with you, but this is just a reflex of the struggle, of the conflict that is within you. So this is a very important message here. And I remember reading a book from Liz Green. She's a very good astrologer. And I was reading a book, I think it was last year, and she's talking about Mars and how when we have an afflicted Mars in our own birth chart. I'm talking a bit of astrology here, okay? So I'm gonna mix a bit of astrology here with the tarot. So when we have an afflicted Mars in our birth chart, we might not put out that Mars ourselves. We might try to repress it, but then we might keep meeting people who will act that Mars for us. So if we have a problem asserting our aggressiveness, putting out our aggressiveness, stepping our foot and saying, I don't want this, I don't want that, we might keep meeting people who are treating us in that way. And then we might see them as the aggressive. But those people, they are just trying to pull this aspect that we have in ourselves so that we can express that anger, so that we can express that irritation. And this is exactly what I'm seeing here. So with this Five of Wands, I do see a certain irritation or a certain conflict going within you. And so either you are enacting this behavior yourself and getting too irritated with people. So for instance, you enter a relationship, or if you are already with someone, you want to work together, but you keep getting irritated, and then conflict keep arising. And it might be coming from within you. And if it's not, if it's your partner, or if it's the new people that you keep meeting that are being too aggressive or causing too much conflict in your life, then I want to raise this awareness that this conflict is something that is existing within you. They are just mirroring it back at you. So it's important that you work on this conflicting energy, on this aggressive energy that you might be repressing, so that you stop attracting people who are mirroring it back to you. These people are only showing up as a way to show you what you need to work on. Okay, and it might feel very frustrating. So if you keep meeting people that you want to work together, you want something balanced, you want partnership, you want true commitment here, but yeah, you keep meeting conflict, you keep meeting fights, disagreements. It's just showing an aspect of yourself that you need to work on. And this is confirmed here with the High Priestess, because the High Priestess is know thyself. She's only able to see beyond the veil. She's only able to see the mysteries of life and see everything that is hidden under the surface because she has already mastered her own self. She has already seen everything inside herself, and now she can understand the outside. So there is this big need here to see yourself as you truly are and acknowledge whatever is within you that is causing this conflict. And there might be so many things. You might be stressed by other things. These can be also things that were caused during your upbringing that are still in there, that haven't been really touched, so they can be easily triggered. This can be many different things. But it's very important to work on them, to kind of poke the bear a little bit in there and understand where this aggressiveness is coming from, so that then you can build this long-lasting, very balanced relationships here, love relationships, in which you can truly feel that it's a team effort, it's a teamwork, that you are working together and not against each other, okay? Now let's take a look at your clarifiers. Ace of Cups, okay, so yes, we have here the Ace of Cups, right with that Three of Pentacles. So indeed, there is the wish to have that love, okay? The Ace of Cup is nothing more than a cup that is completely overflowing with love, with affection, with admiration. And it's coming tied up with that Three of Pentacles. So it does show this is what you want. And even if you are very good being single right now, that's great. That's great. We always need to be happy. We need to try and achieve our happiness regardless of the circumstances and the outside influences. But even if you are happily single, I also see that this is something that in the back of your mind you are wanting to attract. You do want that love. Also because Leo rules the 5th house, which is the house of romance and deep emotional connections. So there is definitely the wish here to firm these partnerships. But yes, there is the need to work on your own ways of asserting yourself. How do you express anger? And I think that here is very important. Sometimes we do, depending on how we were raised by our parents, we might see anger as something bad. That asserting our anger is something that is bad. We should be the nice person, right? You should be the nice girl, the nice boy. But actually being able to express our anger and assert ourselves in a way that is healthy is very important. And if we don't do that, if we allow people to overstep our boundaries, and we don't assert ourselves when we are angry, if we don't speak up when we are angry, that will just bubble under the surface and then explode in conflict at the smallest thing. So it's important to also acknowledge that here. What are your needs? What are your boundaries? Are they being overstepped by the new people you're meeting, by the people that you are already relating with? Because it's just becoming this recipe for future fights. And it's not that you should repress it, as I said. It's not like, oh, I should not be angry. No, it's learning. It's first acknowledging that you have this energy within you, like Liz Green talking about the Mars. We all have Mars inside of us. We all have Mars in our chart. It might be weaker for some people, it might be stronger for other people, but we all have Mars. Some people will deal with it easily, other people will find it harder to deal with it. But we all have this aggressive energy inside of us. And we all feel angry from time to time. And it's important to express it. It's important to not repress it. But just finding healthy ways to do that. So let's see. Yeah, we have the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles just complements that Ace of Cups. It's that wanting it all. It's called wealth in this deck. But it can feel very struggling to achieve that wealth. So it's important that to realize that the struggle is an internal struggle. So learn how to express when you are upset. Don't allow your partner or the new people who are entering your life to overstep your boundaries. Have them firm from the start, what it is that you accept, what you don't, what are your needs. And don't compromise everything. But watch out how you fight for things, okay? Because there needs to be that inner wisdom with the high priestess. Is also not just about asserting yourself in the strongest way possible. It's doing it in a way that is balanced, that is conducive with the kind of relationship here that you want to have. It's also important here to focus on how you communicate your boundaries and your needs. Yes, and then we have the Five of Pentacles, worry. So indeed, I keep seeing this. I want this, but I keep getting this. I want this, but I keep going to conflict. So we come from the Ace of Cups to the Ten of Pentacles to the Five of Pentacles, of losing it all. But I'm not saying that you are going to lose it all. I really see these cards here as this internal struggle, as a feeling that you want to touch it, you want to touch that relationship, that commitment, and then you feel like it just crumbles under your fingers. So very important to work on that, okay? How do you place your boundaries? Also how you respect other people's boundaries, how you communicate your needs, how you communicate what you accept, what you don't accept. What are you willing to compromise, what you're not willing to compromise, and how can you communicate that? Very important here in order to move on. Okay, Leo? So let's get a card of the Inner Compass, love cards, just to see what kind of behavior or pattern you should leave behind now. What kind of behavior or pattern is getting in the way of achieving a more fulfilling relationship? So what do you need to focus on leaving behind at this moment? Okay, this is perfect for Leo. So we have the card play. And Leo is all about play because, as I said, you rule the fifth house, which is the house of, among other things, is the house of children, is the house of play, of fun, and romantic connections. And then we have the play. Leo definitely wants to play, definitely wants to have fun, but we have the Three of Pentacles. So how is play in the way of achieving a fulfilling relationship for you? There needs to be a combination of that. Not too much play, but you also cannot neglect it. So actually, even though the play card comes out here for me in what you should leave behind, I actually see this as you need to leave behind the opposite. This is something that you need to accept more in your life here. Relationships are about working together, but they are also about having fun together. So it's very important here to introduce that fun. Not take things so seriously. Connect with people on a superficial level first. Have those superficial contacts to just have fun, just have a drink, just do something with your partner, just do something that is fun for the both of you. To set the foundations for that Three of Pentacles. But the Three of Pentacles will not come out of a sudden. You need to set the foundations for it first. And it starts in the fifth house. It starts with the play. So I also would say here, don't take things so seriously, especially if you are starting to know someone. Actually, for both. If you are starting to know someone, don't take things so seriously. Enjoy their company first. Enjoy the play first. And if you are already in a committed relationship, remember to always introduce those moments of play between the two of you. Let's get just one last card to close off your reading. Okay, and then we have leadership. And who better than you, Leo, for this card? So you need to set the path. Okay? So for instance, if you are meeting new people, and the talk that I had with you earlier with the boundaries, what is compromisable, what is not, you need to set that from the start when meeting someone. You need to show them from the start how do you accept being treated and how do you not accept being treated. And if you are already in a committed relationship, then you need to start putting on this work yourself first. You need to be the initiator and let your partner follow. But you will be the catalyzer or the initiator, actually, not the catalyzer, but the initiator of these changes, of introducing the play, of working on yourself. So it's really all about yourself here. You work on yourself, you do you, and people will see it and follow. Okay? But you don't force them. You focus on yourself. Okay, Leo, so that's all I have for you, and I hope you enjoyed your reading. And if you liked it, please like and subscribe down below. When you give a like to this video, it really helps the algorithm to show this video to more people. So I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.